Hello, welcome. Today I am doing a speed build of the Nut House from the show Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna Gaines. This house is from season 3, episode 1. It was a 100-year-old house that Chip and Joanna were asked to renovate, and I really liked the floor plan and the layout of this house. But mostly, I just really love how Joanna decorates. And when I'm watching her show, I always have to have my Sims game running and I'm building in the background looking at what she does. And I think for me, I like building my own houses, but a lot of times I kind of get stuck in doing same old, same old. And watching this show, I kind of get pushed to do things that I normally wouldn't think to do. And I'll explain some of that later. But having a house that's already decorated that I enjoy looking at kind of makes me think more creatively than I normally would, and I like that challenge. So this house has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, um, and a library upstairs, which I think is really cool. It has a carport instead of a garage, and then there is a room over the carport. In the show, when Chip and Joanna are done, what you see is the living room, dining room, entryway, kitchen, master bed, master bath, the playroom. And I think that's all that they show. So for all of the other rooms, that was just my ideas of what to do. I try to stay within the theme of what Joanna might do. I see that for almost every single room she has books, plants, candles. And so I tried to go with that. And I think it looks really homey when she does that. And I like this little roof piece. I had just a tiny bit of trouble getting it to be the way I wanted it to. Um, but I like the way that it looks. There's no room up there, but if you really wanted to make a room, you could use the spot where the fireplace chimney comes upstairs. You could get rid of that and put stairs in to go up to that little, I don't know what you call it, lookout, bird's eye, cupola. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So yesterday, we live in the Midwest and it's supposed to be spring here. We live in the Midwest in America. It's supposed to be spring here, but we woke up yesterday to snow, about almost an inch on top of everything. But thankfully, it did not stick to the roads or to our driveway, which was nice because I had no idea it was going to snow. And I got up to go to work and I had time, but so thankful I didn't have to shovel before I left for work. That was a good thing. I don't know if you guys, wherever you are having colder weather than normal. It seems like a lot of people are. My niece lives in Georgia and her weather is quite chilly right now too, in the 60s, I think, but I don't think that's normal for them. So on the main floor, what you're looking at, the very back part is going to be the kitchen, and they had this amazing blue tiled wall down there, which I tried to copy as closely as I could. I have no custom content in this build. I have used custom content. This is the only thing. I couldn't find art in the regular catalog that I liked for this build, so I went on the gallery and just picked some things off. Um, I did not give credit to the people. I am sorry for that, but it is not mine. You could see, if you really want to see who it belongs to, pause the video and get it that way. Um, but yeah, I just couldn't find artwork that I really liked for this house, so that's what I did. I do love this kitchen. I think it's great. And lots of room for a family to hang around. And I just did the move objects cheat on. So underneath, yes, I put the microwave underneath that hutch. I did not play test it. I'm pretty sure it'll work though. There's nothing in front of the microwave, just above it. But I did not play test that. I think that's the only thing I didn't play test. And in the kitchen, Chip and Joanna often put like metal signs up, and I thought that would be kind of cool to put something on the back wall right behind the table. So I'm imagining, I don't know what it says because it's Simlish, but I'm imagining it says welcome family or eat, time to eat, or family love or something like that. It's just something because people like to hang out in the kitchen and eat. I know when we have company, when my family comes over, that's all they want to do is hang out in the kitchen. Actually, I've had to kick them out. Can you guys please go in the dining room or the living room or even just move over to the family room, which is in our kitchen area? There, it's all open. And here I am. This is one of the things I was talking about where it pushes me to be more creative. So in the Chip and Joanna Gaines build, there was this thing on the wall that holds mail, and so I used the hanging file folders from Get to Work, and I used a wall piece from Jungle Adventures and just put them together on the wall, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks like a place to put your mail when you come in the back door. And I put in a little coffee section, which was not in the original build. She did have plants on the counter. She had the drink tray and the flower, just like I put on the island. And love the colors in that kitchen. And she also picked those two doors that are on the left. One is the pantry door, which I did not do anything with the pantry. And then the room next to it, the bigger room, is the laundry room. I did put things in the laundry room. And here I am putting in the diagonal painted wood floor that they had in the playroom. This room was fun for me to do. I really like doing this room. Although the walls are supposed to be kind of a gray, and our grays in The Sims to me look kind of purple. I couldn't find a nice gray, so it kind of has like a purplish tinge to it. And here I was trying to see if I could put something that kind of looked like toys in the bottom instead of just having it shut, but it wasn't working the way I wanted it to, so I scrapped that idea. But had fun putting, some clutter on the shelves, making it look different than just the normal shelf that we have. That is something like I said, there's no custom content in this build. And that's partly why I didn't do anything to the pantry, because what would I put in there? I do know I've used some custom content from a person named, well, her name is Sandy, but her site is named Around the Sims. She has Around the Sims 3 and Around the Sims 4. She makes awesome custom content. I just get annoyed because every time they update the game, I have to reload my custom content. So I often play without it for a long period of time, and then I'll be like, but I really, really want that in my game, and so I'll put it back in. And then about a week later, they'll be like, oh, we updated the game again. So it goes back and forth. I know why they do it, and I'm glad they do it because it makes my game run better. I'm thankful for it. I just, I go back and forth on the whole custom content modded thing. And here I'm putting in the bathroom and a doorway to the outside where the car is. And I think I put in one of those like chore curfew thingies in that back door area too. And here I'm working on the bed. I moved the bedroom out because it was just too small, and picked some pictures from the wall. I think it's cherry blossoms. Not sure. Don't remember exactly what I picked. I have friends who live in Japan right now, and they sent me pictures of the cherry blossoms. They're in bloom. So beautiful. Someday I would like to go. That would be fun. I don't think there was a picture of this, but there might have been a picture of that bedroom on the web page that I was looking at. I also did turn on this show while I was building. And this is the second time I built it. So the first time I built it was mostly going by the web page, and then I turned on the thing and I found out that I had built a few things wrong. And I really like that wall planter idea. I used the backboard. I don't know what pack it was from, but there's like this metal or this wooden board. I think it's like a cutting board, but I put it on the wall and then I sized down a shelf and then put a flower on it. And I think it looked really cute. And they had something almost exactly the same in the actual TV show. Anyway, back to what I was saying, which was I don't remember what I was saying. That's funny. It's been a long day. I got up at, I think it was 5 o'clock this morning, and I did not sleep well last night because this morning it's not my first day on the job. I've had one other student, but I get up and I teach English to children who are in a different country. And so it's through a web internet program, and I have been working for them for about 43 days, but I've only had one student as of this morning, and then I had two. I have a whole bunch this week, actually. But you know, when you're on a new job and you have to wake up early or you're going to be in big trouble. So I did not sleep well and not thinking clearly. So yeah, so this wall piece that I just put up with the three shelves, it actually looked like it was pallets in the actual show, but I liked the look of it so much that I thought that three shelves really close together would kind of have the same look, and they kind of did. And then I also like hanging plants. And we only have the one, and it looks like it should be outside on the outside of the house, but I wanted to hang something on the inside, so I use a light, size it down, and then put a plant, move the plant up into that area, which came out pretty cool. I liked it. It was a good idea, I think. Oh, I know what I was talking about before. The doors that are on the left. She goes to flea markets and buys all these things before she even has a job. And then she goes back and she looks for stuff that she wants to put in the build. And those two doors were very similar to the ones that she put into the house. And I really like them. They look very Spanish. That was something, the stairwell on the bottom floor, it kind of curved around the fireplace. So it turned, and we can't do that in Sims. And the railing was kind of a metal railing, which I kind of did put in, but mine looks more gothic because we don't really have a Spanish metal railing in the Sims 4. But I tried to stay as close as I could. So I did use the metal railing, I believe. I think I did. Um, at least in the first build, I don't. I know I did, but so I'm pretty sure I did it in the second one. And this is the downstairs bathroom. This, I did take liberties here. She did not split it all up. It was all just one room with everything in there. But I thought if you had a guest room and you also had to have a powder room, it might be good to have everything split. So if you're taking a shower, someone can wash their hands. And I also took liberties with the laundry room. I did not put any pets packs in here, although I have the pets pack. But if you wanted to add in a kitty litter box, this would be a great place for it. And also, there are so many doors to the backyard that you could even take one out and use it as a pet door. So your pets could go in and out as they please. I did do the landscaping while the house was on the ground level. I don't know who showed me that trick, because if you put the house up, of course, then your plants want to go up to that foundation level, which is really annoying. So I don't know. It was probably Simlessy or Irrelevant. I watched both of them. Irrelevant doesn't do YouTube videos anymore. She's on Twitch only, but great builders. Both of them are great builders. Really enjoy them a lot. And as I said, my favorite custom content person is Around the Sims 4. She has a lot of clutter pack items, like kitchen stuff and all kinds of stuff. I've never had a problem with her custom content. It's never given me glitches or bugs or anything. She's really good about keeping up on everything. And I'm making that room above the carport. Well, it's my favorite room in this house, but if you've watched any of my other videos, you will know why. It's an artist studio, and it's gorgeous. It's got so much nice natural light. It's just wonderful. If I could have a studio, that's what I'd want. Lots of beautiful natural light. Right now, my studio is in the basement. It's nice. Our basement, our basement's pretty nice. It's it looks like a regular room in the house, but there's not a lot of natural light down here, and there's no sink. So right now I'm working on the master bedroom and just putting paint down in each of the rooms. I also split up the bathroom upstairs. One of my friends has a bathroom like I did upstairs in this house. I probably Chip and Joanna didn't do that. I don't know. They didn't show the bathrooms like I said. Here I'm trying to fix a little glitch with the floor, which I did finally fix in the wall. Was painting both inside and outside at the same time, and I fixed that. And the chimney is sticking up there. That's where you could put the stairs into the next level if you really wanted to. And here is the library that's on that second level. It's in the hallway. There was a ladder, kind of like a Beauty and the Beast ladder, so that you could get to the top shelf, but I could not recreate that. I wish I could have, but I could not. And here I split the bathroom up, so if you're using, the more private areas, you have privacy, but if you're just going in to wash your hands, you can do that without causing trouble. I like those kinds of bathrooms. It's nice. And I kind of imagine 2 kids here, so they each get a sink and a mirror, I think. Yeah, I put a mirror in. And then I like that little room in the side that I just put in. It's got a light in it, and it's got just one of the bathroom clutter organizational towers. But when you look at it through the door, because you can see it through the door, it's got a glass panel on it. It looks so cute. And here I'm just, putting shelves in with towels and candles. We have a bathtub like this in our house, and I keep wanting to do this, but have not done it yet. Someday. We've only lived here for 2 years, and we've got 2 kids in college. It's a little hard to do extra projects right now financially, but someday we will get it done. And I think there was another wall unit in here. So it wasn't fitting exactly, so I just kind of messed with the cabinets to get them to fit so that I could fit it in so it looked more like a built-in cabinet than just something standing off to the side. And again, I used those pictures from the gallery, moved up some flowers, and then they had a walk-in closet between the bathroom and the bedroom, which I did, and I put a vanity in there. And if you don't like that, just, take it out. In here, I think I missed one feature. There was this wall feature that I actually had done in the first build, and then for some reason forgot to put it in the second build. But I do put in the rounded planter, and I do it using, I don't know what pack that's from, but it's like a juice kind of keg looking thing. That's what it's from. And then I sized down all these plants to stick on there. And this is, I love challenges like this because I never, ever would have in my wildest dreams thought to do anything like this, except that I said, oh, that's a really cool planter on the wall. How can I make that? So I'm really thankful that we have the Move Objects cheat. I'm really thankful that we can resize objects, and I'm very thankful that we can move them up and down. I think those are all wonderful features which help us have more creative liberty, not license. Yeah, but I do put the walls back, don't worry. I don't leave it open to the seasons, which we don't have yet, but probably will, hopefully. So, yeah. And I don't know. I really like how it came out. I think it looks really cool. Something different than what everyone else has in their sim house. And then in this room, they had these hanging shelves that were made out of metal, and they were so cool. And I did try to use a light. We have the new lights that hang down that are made out of metal. They're kind of twisty. I tried to do that, but it just didn't look right. So I wound up using just the metal tables and trying to put candles and lights on them, which came out okay. Not complaining. I think it looks cool. Just adding in the last few touches for this room, and I don't think there was an original plant in the corner in mine, but I like it. It kind of looked bare in the corner. I don't remember if I did put anything back there, but Just trying to, I still have trouble with that, moving things so that they set on top of things, especially if it's up a little higher, if it has books or something on it and you have to move it up higher. There was a rug. And in this room, I when I was growing up, I really wanted a bedroom that I felt like I was out in nature. I wanted a stream running through my room. I wanted a tree poking up through the ceiling, and I wanted the sky to kind of be painting on the ceiling. So I kind of did a little bit of that in here. I did not put anything on that porch out in front. In the original house, they opted out of doors onto that area, and I thought if I'm going to build this balcony, I'm going to make a way to get out there. But I didn't put anything out there to do. But I think, thinking about it now, I probably would put maybe a yoga mat and some chairs, something simple, nothing too elaborate. Maybe a bird feeder. I don't know. I guess if you download it from the gallery, you can put whatever you want. This will be under the name Sinsu64 on the gallery. That is my gallery name. And I will upload it as soon as I finish posting this to YouTube, I believe. I've been holding on to it for a few days. I actually I had this ready last week, but I couldn't do the voiceover because every time I tried to do the voiceover, somebody would come in and interrupt me. My poor husband. My son came home. He was practicing guitar. He's got a recital coming up. My daughter came home. She was talking to me. So I stopped for each one of those. And then they all left, and I turned it back on. And my poor husband walked in, and I went, "Now you're home too?" And he looked at me like, "Wow. I was at work all day working for you guys, and that's the greeting I get." I was like, "I'm sorry. I've been trying to record this all day." So finally, I am in the basement with my headphones on and the door shut, and everyone is gone except for my husband, who was so tired from working so much that he worked from home today because he said, "I think I'd be dangerous if I were driving," which is good. I'm glad he stayed home. He's been working pretty long hours. So neither one of us slept really great last night. I'm tired too. I might need a nap later. So this is the room that I would love to have. And I did put a workbench in here. So if you're not a painty sim, but you want to do woodworking, that's fine. It could just be a hobby room. Or there really is no place for a TV in this house. So if you really wanted to, you could change this into a family room instead. An upstairs family room would be cool. I didn't think about that. So there is no TV in this build. But honestly, I think maybe sometimes no TV is a good thing. Although right now, I was really late to get on the bandwagon for The Office. And I was really late to get on the bandwagon for Parks and Rec. But I watched Parks and Rec I started watching about 2 years ago, right when the final season was being filmed, I think. And I loved it. Maybe not the first season, but by the end, I was like totally in love with the show. And The Office, my son has watched The Office in front of me for many, many years. And I was like, "Why are you watching that? It's so stupid." Um, there were a lot of characters in there that just rubbed me the wrong way, and I did not like them. But then I saw the last part, and I was like, "Wow, that's so cool." So, of course, I went from the beginning and watched it all the way through. I just finished it. And now I'm kind of like in that place where you don't have a TV show to watch, but my husband and I found this one on Netflix. It is so funny. I don't think we've laughed this hard in a long time, but it's called Nailed It, and it's about bakers. They're amateur bakers trying to bake things that are like on Pinterest, or the actual bakers are baking. And it is hilarious. If you get a chance and you have Netflix, check it out. They've only done season 1. I think it's up to episode 6. So it was a really quick, what is it called when you watch them? Binge. It was a really quick binge. I think it took us maybe 3 days to watch them all. But man, if you need a laugh, it's the best show for that. We just laughed so hard. So hard. And I know I feel mean for laughing at people when they're trying so hard, but you got to see it. I mean, some of the things that they're like nightmares. Anyway, and here I am working on the backyard. Again, the house is still flat foundation, but I will raise it up in a second and put the stairs in. I did put a garden in here. They actually had a garden spot in the backyard, I think, if I remember right. I did not see any tables in the backyard though. And when I raised the foundation, because the house is up and it raises the car up, I use a roof piece. And I think I got that idea from possibly Lil Simsy. I think I might have. I don't know. There's so many good ideas out there, so many good builders. It's hard to tell where you get your first idea from. I know that when I sized down the puck lights, that idea came from Irrelevant, but she got it from someone else. So I try to give credit where credit is due, but I don't know who the original person was who came up with that. And here I'm just fixing the fence because it wound up on the foundation. I wasn't thinking about that when I raised the foundation, so just putting it down lower, and that's pretty much the build. Thanks so much for watching.